Good morning, Wadsworth. How's everybody doing?
Wonderful. How are you, Jamie? We need to get that in unison so it sounds
Yeah.
like a crowd.
Yeah. Hey, how's everybody doing, Wadsworth?
Wonderful.
I think we got some good guests today. Oh my gosh. I'm Janie Parrish. I'm the director at the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce. You know, this bow kind of looks silly now that I'm looking at it. But when I put it on this morning, I loved
I
it.
tell you, we'll have to get on that makeup crew, huh?
I know it. Oh my. Well, it does represent me. So,
There you go.
okay. All right. I'm here with my gorgeous co-host, Michael Reynolds. We got to get a life. I mean, really. Or a different job.
Yeah,
I don't know which
yeah.
one.
It feels like we're just wearing a path out between here and El Rincon's and the Mexican restaurant.
I know it. He's been there 3 times this week.
Yes.
Yep, there you go.
And that's not enough,
Oh,
surprisingly.
Yeah, he might be there tonight and Saturday.
Signing autographs.
Signing autographs.
I think if you literally located my time and could follow me, you'd see that between spending time with Janie, being at a Mexican restaurant drinking margaritas, or at the Wadsworth Brewing Company, that's probably 75% of my week.
Yeah, he doesn't really.
I don't really work.
Yeah, they don't expect much out of him, so he just kind of drives around, looks good. Yeah. Well, we are here with some fabulous, fun folks today. Yep, and it's Jeff and Cindy Buck, who are the proud owners of a food trailer called Pass the Mustard. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, well, before we get into anything else, tell us how it became Pass the Mustard. Jeff, hit it.
She wouldn't let me call it cut the cheese, so we had to go back.
Yeah, we were trying to stay appropriate there.
Yeah, well, you did.
Yeah.
But how was the Pass the Mustard?
Jeff, when I met him, he had a refrigerator full of every kind of mustard known
love
to
mustard.
man. He loves mustard, so
That might
was
explain a
kind
few
of
things.
that was kind of easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking it had maybe a double meaning, like it passes the muster, like it's.
That's awesome.
I got caught stealing mustard from our church one time.
Oh
Because
my.
we were going to a restaurant afterwards. I knew the restaurant didn't carry mustard. So I was in the kitchen, I'm picking out all these mustard packets, and the preacher walks in. He says, "What are you doing?" I says, I'm stealing mustard. So
He said, "Take all you want," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "In church, really?"
the next week, somebody brought me in a bag of individually wrapped mustard and handed it to me, so I wouldn't have to steal from the church anymore.
I got to tell you, you need to up your theft game because if you're going down for something, I would expect it to be
Yeah.
better than a bottle of mustard.
Packet.
Oh,
Yeah,
mercy.
boy, that's for sure. Oh my gosh. So when did you start with Pass the Mustard? When did you purchase
Last
a truck?
fall, the food wagon that we bought was actually my brother's 8 years ago.
Okay.
And they sold it to this woman that we bought it from, so it's kind of back in the family. But Jeff loves watching cooking shows, and he loves the Carnival Eats one especially. And so he's like, if we ever get a chance to buy a food trailer, that would be, So we found out this lady was interested in selling, and it just kind of fell into our hands.
She let us do a couple trial
Events.
runs in Marshallville.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Millersburg.
Yeah.
Millersburg.
And we went with her and found out we did enjoy doing it, and then she went ahead and wrote up the paperwork, and we bought it off her, and we were at Ramseyer's for 8 weeks last year
Oh my
for
gosh.
the Pumpkin Festival.
Ramsire Farms. I think that food wagon has been there for almost 20 years.
Wow.
Every fall.
Yep.
So
Do you have a similar menu or mix of items
we
that
actually,
had, or-
she tried out everything and did really, really good and bought great products. And so we pretty much stuck to her
It's
menu.
a kid-friendly menu.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us what is your menu?
Hamburgers, hot dogs, kraut dogs, coney dogs, slaw dogs, walking tacos, ice cream. We have ice cream cones, vanilla chocolate twists, flurries.
Sundays, and we also
Milkshakes.
have sloppy joes and shredded chicken sandwiches. So, and we have fountain
Wow.
drinks. So it's busy. We try to have. We have 7 children and 16 grandkids. So we try to keep people
Yep.
in the family at a post. So as long as you
Really
man
good
your post,
station.
we're good to go.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And everything comes with mustard on it.
Pretty
Oh
much.
mercy, no.
we have a condiment station outside that you can put all
Okay.
your extras on.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
Now, I do know that you're going to be at some of the first Fridays.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. May 3rd will be our first event in Wadsworth.
Good.
And we are so excited to just be a part of Wadsworth and all of the events. We're going to also be later on in the summer doing the Relay for Life.
Good.
And so we're very excited.
Oh my gosh. What about some other places in the summer that you're looking to go?
We have people calling in asking a lot of questions about doing events like a high school class reunion, graduations, birthdays, whatever. And then in the fall, we will be at Ramsires all of September and October again.
Oh my gosh, so you're really busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Jeff, I don't think this is your full-time job.
No, I do road construction for the City of Worcester, and I do that pretty much 40 to 50 hours a week, and then I do this on the weekends. And
Yeah.
I told her this was her job.
That's my job.
I'll
Yeah.
deliver it, but I'm always there.
Yeah, it never works out that way.
No. Oh my God. So what about you, Cindy? Did you work before the food wagon?
Yes, I have actually worked in several bakeries, and I've done cookies and cakes out of my house for almost 20 years. And so people hear about me, and I just make things. And
Do you do any of your cookies and cakes for the food truck?
no, it's a totally separate thing.
Well, I'm not
enough on our
liking
menu.
that.
It's like a whole separate can of worms. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So tell us, like, if somebody were interested in, if, say, for example, I know I've been to a few weddings that I love a good wedding to begin with, but like later, after the meal, and then you're dancing, they'll bring a food truck in or have more food put out and things like that. So you would be willing to do that?
Oh, sure, yeah. Give us a call. I think they have our numbers here, and any information that you would need to get a hold of us, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Now, is there like an event like that? Do you like charge by what's been in a wedding or something? Obviously, you don't want the guests coming up there and buying things.
Right.
So then you do or is it like a minimum charge, that type of
We
stuff?
would go according to the amount of guests that you have and charge,
Accordingly.
accordingly, and work with you for a
Yes,
menu
yes,
type of thing.
yeah.
Now, what about family reunions, those kind
Oh,
of things?
sure. If you have an occasion, we have food.
What's the minimum number of people that makes it worthwhile, I guess, for you to do it?
Well, see, like even at Ramsars, it's different every day, and it goes according to weather, or just so many things are factors. So we haven't figured out a minimum at this
Yeah,
point.
I'm just thinking like for a graduation party, if there's there's going to be 50 people, that's worth it to you.
50 people, we'd have to think about that.
I figured there's got to be a number in there some point.
I
where-
would say like 150 is usually would be, yeah.
Okay.
Boy, because that takes a lot of pressure off.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my
sure.
gosh, if you're having a party at your house, or
Yeah.
ooh, that'd be fun,
Yes.
wouldn't it?
And
Yeah.
Jeff and I are both very social people, and so meeting the new people is half the fun of just being at any event.
Oh
So,
gosh,
yeah.
yeah.
People are probably always glad to see you, I would think. So
yeah.
Well, we have an
that's
ice
a
cream
plus.
machine, so of course they're happy to
Yep.
see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, say for example, somebody just wanted ice cream. Could you do that, or that probably wouldn't be worth your time?
It would depend there again on how many people, because that is kind of hard to just do ice
It'd
cream.
have to be a pretty big event.
Yeah.
Yeah. that
For
makes-
them to do it,
Yeah.
for just to hit on the ice
Yes.
cream part of it.
Yeah.
What kind of licensure do you need to have a food wagon?
Well, the Summit County Health Department just came out yesterday, and we passed. We got our license. We're so excited. We're ready to roll. So
Okay.
just licensing, yeah.
Okay.
Now, are you licensed by only that health
When-
department, or everywhere you go you have to go?
We can go anywhere in Ohio
All of
with that
Ohio.
license.
With that
so-
license.
Yes, yeah.
And what are they looking for?
To know your food temps, and that all of your cooling, your refrigerator and freezer are the right temperature, and that you have warm water, and basic things like that. Anything that would be like a restaurant food safety.
Now, something tells me you have not been married all that long.
Oh.
Yeah. How long have you been married?
5 years.
Yes, almost 6 years. Yes.
Okay, because I remember Lisa Kirkpatrick that has Vibrant Cleaning Services. Her dad was a teacher, and she's one of our chamber members and just a great person. And her dad, there were 4 kids, and they had to figure out a way that they could get through college, and he was a teacher, so they bought a food truck.
Oh.
Okay. So they went to all the fairs, and before they could marry somebody, they had to work in that food truck with their fiance for a week. And the dad said, if you can get along in a food truck in 100-degree temperatures and cook in that small of a spot and not kill each other.
Still get married?
And you can still get married. And they all did that, and all 4 of them are still married.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff makes everything fun.
Good deal.
I have to reel him in a lot. No, I can't reel him in. He just kind of has a mind of his own and says whatever's in it. And so that's kind of hard, but he does make everything that we do fun. So.
And that helps
What's the
a
point
lot.
if you're not having fun to do
Sure.
it? So.
You know what? I live by that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I tell people he's my 4-year-old that can shave.
Now, you live in Norton.
Yes, we
Yeah.
live right on the edge of Wadsworth, actually. So, yeah, but our address is Norton. Yeah.
And so you drive to Worcester every day.
Yes.
Except today. You got
Except today, I took today off.
Yeah, which is good because it's
Yes.
raining.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to
And
work out in the rain anyway.
Yeah. So tell us about your family that works in your food wagon.
Oh, my.
Well, I have 2 sons and she has 5 daughters, and we both agree that we wouldn't have been able to raise the other one's children because they're.
I love having grown sons that are already, yeah.
I'm a little harsher with discipline than she is, but
Yes.
I said when you had boys, you have to. So, and we have the granddaughters come in and help, and the couple of the daughters come in and help run the business and do the money, and
Yep.
it seems to work out really well. We have one granddaughter that makes walking tacos in her sleep now because
Yes.
that's always
my
her
gosh.
station, and she seems to be pretty busy all the time.
Now, when you say station, so you have inside the food truck, you have
Yes,
like
yes.
prep areas for each item?
So somebody would do like burgers and help with the sandwiches, and somebody would do the fountain drinks and take the money and give the change, and an ice cream person. So we try to keep, now when it gets busy, people are crossing over just trying to fill orders, and it
It's
gets
just
a little bit
area,
crazy.
so you try and keep everyone in one
Yes.
specific
Yeah.
spot.
Is there a food taster station that we can
Yeah.
maybe
Well,
hang out at?
You come down to the first Friday, and we'll give you a treat.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm wondering, is there anything that you have in kind of the back of your head that you'd like to add to your menu?
Jeff wants to come up with something that's a specialty.
I
Something
think-
deep fried.
Yeah,
Deep
he
fried.
he
Oh, yeah.
loves.
Because everything's good if it's deep fried.
yeah.
Yeah.
You almost have to try to make something that doesn't
Yeah.
taste good
So
if you deep fried.
we're always thinking and looking, and we'll see.
Right
This-
now, it's kid friendly. So.
This year we're going to stick to basics, but yeah, eventually we'd like to come up with something
Now, do you
that's
have
our.
a deep fryer there yet? Or no?
We have one, but we've chosen this season to not do fries.
Gotcha.
We're
Okay.
just not going to do the deep fryer this year.
When we went to
because-
Ramsayers, they're a potato farm,
Okay.
so they have their own fry wagon. So they made the fries, and we declined doing it. And afterwards, we thought, well, that was kind of nice not having to do all that extra
and it
just
makes
for fries.
it so hot during the
Oh,
summer.
I
and
can imagine.
it's
It was
so much
greasy,
nicer.
And so yeah, so we're not doing fries this season. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
But we have potato chips, and
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Assorted chip bags that
Yep.
can go with your meal.
Okay, so this always amazes me in a restaurant setting. How do you know how much food to have on hand?
Well, luckily, again, the previous owner has kept records and kept very good records and showed me how to do that, to where when you're at an event, you write down, like you try to keep track of how many hot dogs, how many hamburgers, so the following year you have an idea of what to go buy. So that's
Okay.
been very, very helpful. She was awesome in sharing all that information with
Yeah,
us.
because I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, where do
Yeah,
you
how do you
even
predict
start?
it?
Yeah.
I mean, do
Yeah.
you run into any situations where you've under thought like the number of hamburgers and you're getting close, so you run a special on the hot dogs to
No.
push people that way?
because the lucky thing is we always have stores that are close, so somebody does a run.
That's right, I got it.
Somebody goes and gets more.
Oh,
Okay.
So,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. So when you're at Ramsire, is that Monday through Sunday?
No, that's usually in September it's Friday and Saturday, and then in October it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sometimes they have a special event throughout the week they'll ask us to come to, but not during the week.
Is it a pretty busy place?
Well, last year we had a lot of rain, so
Okay.
they said it didn't even compare to how busy it usually was, so it gave us a good first season to get our feet wet and kind of know what to expect.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What's the hardest part of having a food wagon?
Trying to remember who the boss is, because I'm horrible at that, and my children kind of tend to boss me around, and I'll be like, well, wait a minute, well, wait, you know. I have one daughter that likes to take charge of the whole thing and tell customers what's going on. I'm like, excuse me.
We told her she'll probably inherit it, but she can't have it right now.
Jeff
She's got to wait her turn.
Jeff tells her
That's
to
right.
behave, because one day it'll be hers. So.
Yep.
Oh my! Now, was the outside all ready to go, or are you working because you've got a new name?
Yes, we're actually in the process. This next week, we're going to rewrap the food trailer, and we're so excited to have it updated and have our logo put on it.
So you don't paint it, you
No,
wrap it.
We're wrapping it.
Okay. And it's a sort of a permanent wrap, for lack
yeah.
of a better word, I guess.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Like if you see cars with their logos on the food
Is
trailers.
there a big picture of Jeff holding
No,
mustard and
there's-
squirting it or
there's-
something?
There's no big picture of Jeff, no.
I think that would have been great.
that'd be a
I
great
would have
selling
voted
point.
for
Me
that.
too.
It kind of looks like it's from the 1950s right now.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to try and update the look just a little bit.
Get to the 60s maybe?
Yeah,
or-
bring it in.
Yeah, at least 59.
Yep.
No, we
Yeah.
were very impressed with the people that gave us the samples, and so we're totally excited about having that done
that's
next
great.
week. So.
Now, will the whole thing be wrapped?
Yes.
Is that how it
Yes.
works?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it almost looks like it's painted.
Yeah.
That,
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've
Yeah.
seen some wraps. It's amazing the
Yes.
detail
Very
they can get.
artistic.
Yeah,
I think that was a good idea
Oh, yeah.
to update.
we're
'Cause
so excited.
I think like something like a Denny's, you kind of have that older
Yes.
diner feel.
Yes.
But when you're out,
Yeah.
you kind of want a little update
Yes.
Right.
on your food. So I think that's a great thing.
And it was really funny going by the pictures that they were showing us of wraps, because we had this one event, the old ice cream cones that are on the trailer now, one of them's faded pink, and we had several children last year that were so upset we didn't have pink ice cream.
Oh,
So you have to be careful when you're doing that, that you
Sure.
actually are advertising what you have. So, yeah.
yeah. Now, do you have menus and things that, how do people know what you're selling? When
We
they
have a
walk up?
menu board in the food trailer that you can see as you're approaching the window, and then we also have a colorful board that we set out where the line is, so people can kind of process it and decide what they'd like by the time they get up to the window. So.
One of the scary things for me would be pulling it to put it somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's now a big deal to you, isn't it?
No.
No. Yeah, you just probably back it right on in.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now is it hitched onto something?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it's
Yeah,
a
no, just
drivable
unhook
food
it.
truck. Okay.
Yep.
So.
Oh, he can drive anything. Now, if it were me backing it, I'd wipe out probably half of your
I'd
downtown.
be like this. Yeah.
Can we choose what you wipe? We got a few ideas there.
Oh, no.
So what else is coming up you'd like to be part of? Because there's so much going on in the Norton, Barberton, Wadsworth area.
Well, the kind of sad thing is we love being a part of Ramsters, and that's what we want to continue to do, but we miss a lot of fall events. And
Sure.
like the Mum Fest would be a real fun
Oh,
thing to do
absolutely.
in Barberton.
'Cause that's pretty cool.
So yeah, and you don't even get to go see those because you're working.
What about the Cider Fest? I mean, is
I
that
don't know when that is.
That's about the same time.
it's in
I
the
think.
fall? But I mean,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
in Norton since you're in Norton.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
fell into September.
Yeah, because people will say,
category.
well, in September, no, we're booked.
Yep.
We're
Oh,
just,
boy.
and that's an ongoing thing that we love, and the people have been so great to work with and work for. So, yeah.
Yeah, because I think that food trucks and wagons have become so popular.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't think it's like oversaturated at this
No,
point. And because you hear about I was down at Ashland University not too long ago, and they have like a food truck rodeo.
Oh,
Yeah, and the students, buy the food and everything, and then they vote for
Oh,
in
wow.
different categories.
Wow.
They've done that the last couple of years at Cedar Point, where they have food trucks,
Right.
but then you vote on them to see who wins. And they have them from Michigan versus Ohio. They have Michigan ones. And Ohio
oh
ones, so-
wow.
Well, we're also looking for a wiener costumes that we can put one of the grandkids in to go out and bring business in.
Yeah, there you
So,
go.
I
Yeah,
keep
no,
threatening them.
yeah.
You keep it up, you're going to be in that costume.
Now, since you're such a mustard aficionado, and you sell hot dogs, do you allow people to order them with ketchup or not? This is always a big argument with my wife.
Oh,
when I
they
go
can put
there.
whatever they
I
want
say,
on
I
it.
say that
The more the merrier.
I always say hot dogs are supposed to have mustard on it, and she only eats ketchup.
It's all about the sauces. So,
I'm a plain hot dog person.
no, that wouldn't go right.
Yeah, there's just something wrong with that.
I could eat anything as long as it's got the right sauce on it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
Yeah.
so what about what do you need as far as electricity? Yeah,
We have 220
Or 221, whatever it
Whatever it
takes.
takes. The 50 amp service, and then just a regular garden hose water hookup is fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you run anything off of like propane and
No.
things like that? No.
Nope.
No.
Everything's
It's
electric.
all electric.
Okay, so is that hard to find?
No,
No.
not so
usually.
far. No.
No.
And he has adapters. If it is a little harder, a little different, he has all
Yeah.
kinds of adapters to be able to
Now, when
switch it out.
you hook up, for electric service, do you when you go someplace you rent the space? Do you pay for the electricity you use, or is it flat rate? How does that
usually a
work?
flat
A
rate.
flat rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a
Or it's
It's almost like
percentage.
paying rent
Or
for
some
the
people
area.
do like a
Right.
percentage. It's one or the other usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you go, is there a fee to park your food truck somewhere?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
To
Yeah.
be able to serve food?
Yes.
So there's always a fee that's
Yes.
involved that you pay?
Yeah, we haven't found one yet that doesn't, so.
Okay.
But if you
You
find
could-
one, let us know.
We'll be glad to check it out.
Yeah, right away. You could come to my house.
Park in her driveway, no fee.
Yeah, it's all on the house. Yeah. See, I didn't think that one through, to
Yes.
think that there would be a
Yes.
fee with that. Now, tell us what a typical fee is.
Well, again, it's either a flat rate fee or they take a percentage of your sales that day.
Okay.
So that, it just depends.
We were looking at one place for a weekend, and they wanted $950 for the space, and then they told us that the only thing they wanted us to sell was ice cream.
So we couldn't do that
And-
because we would
no.
never
Because
make
there are
money.
other vendors selling the other things that we
Yeah.
carry, and
Yeah.
we said, well, for that, that's a lot of ice cream we
Yeah.
have to sell to try
Yeah.
and recoup that fee, so.
Yeah.
So that's one rare occasion that it wouldn't be worth,
Have you guys ever thought of, or do you go to any like large flea markets or swap meets type?
Nope, we're kind of brand new at this, so we're
Well,
still
sure.
testing the waters
Yeah,
and
that's-
seeing what works.
My father-in-law does. He's retired, and he buys and sells stuff and goes to a lot of different places. So you go to some of these, like I could imagine you guys going to a Rogers, if you know where that's towards the Youngstown area flea market, which is I can't remember how many. They have like 1,500 vendors there, and
Wow.
it's huge. And I could see. And there are food trucks down there,
Yeah.
but I could see you guys doing well and stuff like that.
Because you do get hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You probably could do something every single week of the year if you really want
Oh,
to.
yeah.
I mean,
And we
yeah.
don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
We really don't. We decided this year that we would do a couple a month until fall, and then get geared up for the fall. But see what works and what doesn't work. And I mean, our menu is kind of like solid. That works, but it's just
Yeah.
event-wise, just to kind of see what works for us.
I just
Yeah.
wonder what you could deep fry that would be so
Anything.
cool.
We have a couple of ideas,
Okay.
but we'll see.
Yeah, that's fun to experiment with and figure out, right?
Yes.
That's it.
I'm not a good experimenter in the kitchen. In my rule of thumb is 3 ingredients or less. Otherwise, I don't want it.
Otherwise, let's go out.
That's right. Yeah.
Jeff's theory is throw everything in, every taste combination you could think of, and just do it. And he is a really good cook.
You guys are a match made in heaven,
Yeah,
aren't you?
absolutely.
Yeah, I cook. He cooks and I bake, and he doesn't eat anything I bake because he doesn't like sweets.
No.
So that's kind of like the only down. I'll make these beautiful different things, and people are crazy about them. And he's like, I didn't even try it.
Yeah.
Now, do you eat his cooking though?
I
Oh, yeah.
do.
Oh,
Yes,
what's
I
your
do.
specialty?
Oh my.
Chicken wings.
Oh yes.
I love chicken wings.
He makes the best breaded chicken wings.
Yep.
And he makes all of his sauces from scratch, and it's just awesome. Yeah.
Did you ever
The
think?
kids all beg to come over for
Really?
wings.
Yes.
When are we coming over for wings?
Did you ever think of adding that to the food truck?
That's too much. That's
Yeah.
just
Much work.
too much work.
Too
Yeah,
much
that's
work.
crazy. Mhm.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
are the sauces?
Just different butters and cayenne pepper sauce and
His hot sauce. I mean,
ranch dressing, Caesars.
Yeah.
Just I throw everything in, and I even take onions and cut them up and blend them in. And
yeah, he's
just all
pretty.
kinds of
Sounds
different
good.
He's pretty
combinations.
awesome to have around.
Yeah.
So you're going to keep him? You're saying?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, you know what? This is really nice for your passion then, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That
yes.
you can still work and then
Yes.
Yep.
be able to have, because a restaurant is overwhelming.
Oh yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
I plan on retiring my full-time job someday, and
Yeah.
this will be nice to fall back on.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and especially because it's something you so enjoy,
Yes.
both
Oh, yeah.
of
Yes.
you.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
he's such a people person. I'm so glad that we got the food wagon because he was going to be the Walmart greeter.
I was practicing.
He greets the Walmart greeter before they get to greet him. So
And they're eliminating those.
Yeah.
So
So you have no retirement.
there you go.
Yeah, that would be it.
Oh my
Be
gosh.
standing on the
Parking
street
lot,
corner
yeah.
talking to people.
yeah.
Yeah. You'd get a call. He's here again.
Someone please pick him
It
up.
doesn't even have something else to do.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so we're going to see you at First Friday.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know what the theme of that one is.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Last year it was May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Oh,
because
that's
it was
right.
May 4th for Star Wars. I don't know that that is.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I apologize, Adrian.
Yeah.
I do have it on my calendar, but I do not recall.
Yeah, I
Yes.
cannot remember. But so you'll be serving hamburgers and hot dogs and Sloppy Joes.
And shredded chicken
Okay.
and all of the different kinds
Coney
of hot
dogs, kraut dogs, slaw dogs.
Do you know where you'll be set up yet? Or
Right in front of the.
Up from Jazzercise.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's down this way.
Close to the tattoo
that way.
place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'll
I
be
think it's right
great.
in front of the tattoo place.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just be hanging out
Yeah.
there.
so we can go have a hot dog and get a tattoo.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go,
Serve us a
perfect.
margarita and we're set.
Yeah. Oh,
And have a
my.
hot dog tattooed onto your body.
She probably should get the margarita before the tattoo. I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
I would have to have a margarita before that. Might have to have 2 or 3.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how that hurts. I can't even.
They actually don't.
Really?
No, it didn't.
So, what's your tattoo?
My tattoo says "Saved by Grace."
Very nice. Yeah. Okay.
good.
Well, we're running out of time. Can you believe it went that fast?
No.
And Jeff behaved.
He
Yeah,
did.
tried.
So Jeff,
Yeah.
you got 30 seconds to really blow it up if that's what you want
Yeah.
to do.
Well, when she got her tattoo, she says, "Now I'm finally a biker woman." I said, "No, it says Saved by Grace, and it has pansies. It's not a biker tattoo."
You tried, though.
I tried.
You
I
gave
tried.
it the old
I
college
did.
try. It didn't work.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, Jeff, and you're so much fun to be around. I love it. And then Cindy, thank you both for coming
Yes.
this morning.
Thank you
It
for
was our
having
pleasure.
us.
We'll
Yeah.
see you on First Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm excited to try their hot dogs.
Absolutely. Welcome
Good.
him past the mustard to the
Yay.
Wadsworth food scene as
Thank
well.
you.
Really. Yeah. So have a good day and good week, Wadsworth.
Have a great week, Wadsworth.
Yep.